So great. So I was honest with my boss. I told my boss, I said, listen, I did something 30 years ago. I have a criminal record and I'm sorry I can't work for you. And he called me back and he said, I've hired over 5,000 people. Oh, God answers prayers. Oh, God answers prayers quick for me. And he answered me. And my boss called me back. And he said, it's between me and you. He owns the company. He says, I don't have to tell. He said, I've never seen anybody be honest like you're being honest today. Over 5,000 people, they try to hide it from me, every single one of them. And he said, you were honest with me. And he goes, you got the job. Just go to work. Be there tomorrow. So God is so good and so great. And I was just at the at Safeway getting some food, and I seen my friend that's a bum, and I said I might have to go on the street. And I started crying. He goes, I got a place finally. He goes, I don't want to see you on the street. He goes, come and live with me. Man, I can only tell you how good God is. He answers my prayers within minutes. In minutes. And my boss was so good and kind. He said, I forgive you for that. He's East Indian. I don't know if he knows who God is, or God was talking to him. I like my job that I have. But God is so good. He answered me. I laid down in my bed, was going to go to sleep. And God answered me. And my boss called me and said, it's okay. You, out of all 5,000 people I've hired, they try to hide that stuff. I never hid it. I was honest because I'm an honest guy. And God is so great, man. He's answering my prayers like you guys wouldn't believe. I was like, oh, here's tribulation again. I should have trusted God and said, you know what? And I did. I laid down and I was all good and I was trusting God and I was like getting up going, you know what? You got to shake the dust off your feet. So I went to the store and I saw my friend. He's a bum on the street. And I've been giving him money and I don't want to use this as, you know what I mean? He's a friend and I've been doing it for him I look for this guy, okay? And I said, I might have to go live on the street. And he goes, you know what, brother? Welfare, which is government, finally got him a home. He said, you can come and live with me. You don't need any money. He said, you've been so kind to me and so good to me. Oh, it's not tears of sadness. No, it's tears of just like, look at what the Lord does for people. If you just put your trust in him. Then I put my trust in him. And I said, you know what, Lord, you'll find me something. There'll be something. You're going to feed me. I feed the sheep. What makes you think I'm not going to feed you? And he fed me. He fed me today. More abundantly. He gives more abundantly. And then when I was standing there, he has problems. He's got very high blood sugar. He was almost at 44, and I didn't have any money to give him today because I'm broke. Some guy walked up and gave him money right in front of me and gave him a big hug. And it's amazing what God does if you just put your belief and your trust in him. I mean, sometimes we doubt. Who am I to doubt the Lord that he's not going to feed me? And it was really, really heart-wrenching 2 times. I just got home and my phone rang and my boss was calling me going, you love the job. He said, I've never seen anybody say what you said to me and being honest and true. I do like the job. And he answered my prayer, and I don't have to go for a criminal record check or nothing. He says, that's between me and you. That's it. Just do your job. Don't cause any trouble. Keep your safety. He said even your safety test wasn't as full as I would expect it to be. I said, well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. And he goes, I know, but you love your job and I can see your honesty. You got the job. I'll see you tomorrow and we'll talk about it. And then before that, I saw the bum at the store and he said, you've been so kind to me. You've been so good to me. And I said, I might be going out on the street with you, brother. And he goes, well, good news is I'm not on the street anymore. And here's better news. He goes, you're not going on the street either. A bum said, I got a place. It's an old rundown apartment. But he goes, you can stay at my house. And I was like just blown away. And then I got home and my boss called and God is so good. Who are we to doubt what God does for me? Man, God is on my side. No, sorry guys. If God be for you, no one's against you. I'm sorry, guys. It just touched my heart. My heart's been touched by God so many times. And yet sometimes we doubt. This is what I'm talking about. Don't doubt in God, man. Don't doubt in Jesus. Man, I got through too much tribulation and he doesn't want to see it anymore because I'm being obedient. When you're obedient to the Lord, man, does he answer your prayers, guys? Like never before. He's answering them more and more, eh? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Touched my heart. Really touched my heart. Today's been touched. I've been just seeing miracles. The guy was almost on the point of dying and someone come up and handed him an envelope full of cash and hugged him and told him he loved him. And I hugged the poor guy. He was a bum. I hugged the poor guy. I give him, and I don't want to brag about it, okay? It's not bragging. I'm using it for a witness. I don't tell everything else. You're not supposed to tell because you keep it with God and he rewards you. He's rewarded me. With obedience, you can go so far with the Lord. I know my teaching about wrong teachers, okay? It's being disobedient when we're not hearing the Lord and we're listening to people feeding us scraps from the table. These ones that get fed scrap from the table just offered me a place if I had nowhere to go to. It's amazing. I saw 3 miracles in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's 3 miracles. Man, I don't know what else to say, guys. If you're in trouble, the best thing is be obedient to the Lord and pray and believe in your prayers. And boy, if you're being really obedient at the time, he answers them right away. So I'm sorry that my heart was touched and I'm not trying to cry, but I told my wife and she was a little bit upset, but when she gets home, there's good news. It pays to be honest, man. It's just miracles, guys. Walk in obedience and pray and believe and have faith. And he's just to reward you. I don't doubt the Bible for 1 minute. I don't doubt what the Lord gives me to teach you guys for 1 minute because he rewards me for that. I don't even want rewards. I'll take the beating. I'll take suffering, but nothing is going to turn me from my Father or Jesus Christ. Nothing. No man's going to tear me out of the hands of the Lord. It's, wow, what a miracle time. I don't even know how else to say it. I love you guys. And I really care for you guys. Whoever just joined, you need to listen to this again. It's a miracle, man. It's a miracle. Oh my God. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at 3:00 again. I gotta go to work, right? So wow. Crazy. I love you guys, man. Be obedient and believe in your prayers and keep your faith in the Lord. Don't lose it, man, because man, when he's for you, he really is for you. He gives you more. Prosper your soul. As your soul prospers, your flesh prospers. I think he's done with, I think I'm almost through tribulations, guys. Eh? I just want to walk upright and be obedient and follow the Lord. That's all I want to do. And he's rewarded me. And I didn't even expect a reward. You know, when he did it to me, when this happened to me, when I got off YouTube, I said to myself, Rod, you just got to collect yourself and don't get upset. And I said, Lord, I understand this is Satan trying to oppose me. It's not you, God. I gave all my faith that it wasn't God, even if it was, because everything comes through him. And this was a test of faith that I was rewarded big time for, because I don't want to lose my job. I like it, right? So, yeah, he's faithful, and he's just, he's so just. Jesus Christ has faith in you. So why wouldn't you have faith in him? Build your faith, guys. I love you guys. I might come pop on in the morning because now I'm just like pumping. I'm so happy, right? Joy. I have so much joy, not happiness, right? It's different. Happiness can be taken away in a drop, but joy is eternal and it's a gift. And you guys are a gift to me. I love you guys. Goodbye.